One of the hardest questions in English to answer is simply, how are you? It's crazy, right? You think it'd be like something about science or history. No. Now, let me tell you why. Well, first of all, most people when they're learning English, they learn how are you in their textbook. The thing is though, is that most native English speakers probably won't just say how are you. There are many different ways to say it. The second reason is because how are you is the beginning of a conversation. Somebody wants to get to know you a bit better, bro. But once they ask that question, you start locking up. You don't know what to say. You can only say, I'm fine, thank you, and you? And you don't know how to continue the conversation. So in this video, I'm gonna teach you some different ways to say, how are you? And some different ways to answer it as well. Ready? Let's go. First of all, besides how are you, native English American speakers will also say, what's up? How's it going? What's new? What have you been up to? And my favorite, what have you been up to recently? If you're cool, young, and hip, not like me, old and bald, you might hear, what up? What up, bro? What up, dog? Okay, so all those different ways to say how are you are very important to learn, because the next time you go out into the wild and you're ready to speak English, you're gonna hear all of those. Don't get caught off guard. Now, how do we answer it? Probably in your textbook you learned, I'm fine, thank you, and you? And then they keep talking, and then they try to talk to you again. You don't know what to say. You're probably just so freaked out, and you say again, I'm fine, thank you, and you? Nah, that's wrong. Let me teach you a few different ways to answer that question besides I'm fine. So let's learn some different ways to answer that question. I'm good. I'm great. Couldn't be better. If you want to use some more exciting words, you could also say, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing amazing. These are all really good words to express you're doing really, really, really good. Now remember, the key here is that this person wants to keep talking to you. So we can say, and you, that's okay, but let's look at some other ways to keep this conversation going. Remember, in conversation, it is an A to B back and forth. So besides and you could also say, what about you? How about you? We could add more follow-up questions such as, what about you? Did you do anything interesting this weekend? Did you do anything fun yesterday? Okay, now that you've successfully answered that question, from there, the other side's gonna answer your question again. And if they really like you, if they really want to get to know you, if they want to have a conversation with you, it's going to keep going back and forth with a lot of follow-up questions. And then hopefully, if you guys are really kicking it off, you'll have a great conversation, you'll make a new friend, maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Okay, that's it for today's quick English lesson. If you liked it, please subscribe, please like this video, comment, say something to me in the comments. And of course, if you want to learn some different stuff, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Okay, take care, peace, and I'll see you next time.